there's a lot of different things that made 2019, and it's gonna stick with me forever.
So even though 2019 was kind of quiet, we have to think, of October 20th happening. We had a $2 billion disaster in the matter of hours, and that kind of defined the season and the year for us.
All of a sudden the weather picked up. I mean, you ask anybody who lives in that North Dallas, they'll tell you that it went from 0 to 100 that night.
And Jesse was at the ready. He was at his computers watching everything, very on top of whatever was going to happen. And there was a chance that it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but there was also the chance that it could. So he was kind of ready for anything. And then when that storm popped, it was like go time.
Good evening, everybody. We're breaking into programming because there's been a tornado warning issued for the northern half of Dallas County. Again, a tornado warning is issued for Dallas County until 9:30, so we want to jump right in here and show you what we're concerned about. Well, you see this hook right here. Farmers Branch, North Dallas, I need you to be in your safe place right now, especially if you live in the northern half of Dallas.
So as we were in the bathroom, we could hear the shattering of the glass where the windows were blown out of this building.
And this is the first time I'm seeing it, but the police department says that there's been several people who have come up to me and said damage is just everywhere.
The moment we heard that there was, a touchdown of a tornado and damage north of Love Field, it was with a snap of a finger. We were on Facebook Live right before we went on air. So we were already broadcasting to thousands of people on Facebook Live, and then immediately when we heard the warning was coming, we got on TV.
I mean, this tornado warning happened very quickly. Jesse went on the air. All of a sudden, I'm in the car driving to North Dallas with reports that there's damage on the ground and that homes have been destroyed. I'm the first reporter that gets to the scene, and I could not believe what I was witnessing.
I just kind of had that sinking feeling, because I've seen this before and it didn't look great. And sure enough, just after 9 o'clock, that tornado touches down right in the middle of the metro.
This is a shopping center at Marsh Lane and Walnut Hill, or at least what is left of that shopping center. These are some of the vehicles that were in this parking lot overnight. You can see what happened here. One flipped on its side, landed on top of another. The windows all blown out.
Damage is pervasive everywhere you look. Trees are down just like these, and in some places the damage is even worse. We were in one neighborhood, we saw what appeared to be a house with the entire second floor ripped off. We saw metal wrapped around trees. We saw cars damaged. You can hear it is still thundering in this area.
I was trying to get my bearings, but when the entire area is just obliterated, you have to take a minute and just take a deep breath and be like, oh my, okay, here we go. And that you're about to see people in their darkest moments.
The tough part about that experience was, in the midst of all of this, trying to cover it as a photojournalist and do my job, keeping everything on air, getting visuals, trying to tell that story. My wife and 2-year-old daughter were riding out the storm. The tornado directly hit our apartment complex.
This is near Walnut Hill. This is moving toward the Royal Lane area. So a lot of you know where this is. This is on the north side of Dallas. This is the Dallas North Tollway. There's Inwood right there. This is kind of in the Park Cities area, and this is moving off to the northeast. I really need you to get into your safe place. I'm very concerned with this rotation.
Oh my God, you can see it.
Preston Hollow, this area has to seek shelter immediately. Please do so. There's the center of rotation. That's where we have confirmed debris. Literally, the radar in my mind is saying, hey, Jesse, we have shingles here. We have siding. We have tree limbs. We have scrap metal flying in the air. I know that's what radar was telling me that night. So I was really nervous because not only did we have that, but then we look at our velocity signature and we had a tight couplet, which in weather world means rotation. There was no question that there was a strong tornado on the ground or strong tornado doing damage.
And we see this SUV that's flipped over onto a tree.
The wind got so bad it was just shaking my truck. I was trying to get over here a little bit so I could get out of the way a little bit, try to get close to these buildings, and they just literally picked me up and just flipped me 2 times. If it wasn't for the trees would stop me. Man, I'm just grateful that I didn't get hurt any more than I did, man. I got a couple of scratches and stuff, but other than that, man, I'm just fine.
Wow, wow.
It's crazy.
They are staging, going through multiple neighborhoods, trying to find out where the most help is needed. And there will be a great deal of help needed as the day goes on and as we get our first look at daylight.
No reports, according to the city of Dallas, as of right now, of any fatalities or serious injuries. And we just felt really grateful that everybody was safe that night.
You know when the sun's coming up, it's going to be just a bad, bad scene.
We could see houses, we could see schools, we could see churches with roofs gone and things like that. But it wasn't until about 8 hours later at first light that we really got an idea of just how bad it was.
Damage is extensive. There are homes gone, businesses and schools closed all over Dallas County today. I want you to check out this new video showing the extent of the damage that we are talking about.
Consider ourselves very fortunate that we did not lose any lives, no fatalities, and no serious injuries in last night's storm. And our city staff and our first responders are doing an amazing job of making sure that people are safe, which is our top priority.
Oh, it's a little shocking. You just gotta get up and go. This too shall pass. You lost your home, but you got your life, Randy. Yeah, this isn't the worst day I've ever had, so I've almost lost that before, so this can be replaced.
There had to have been some sort of divine intervention because knowing what could have happened with an EF3 tornado, we got really lucky that night.
I still can't believe no one was killed in that. The damage was significant and there were 10 tornadoes. So the fact that nobody died, I mean, we're so fortunate.
It's definitely a great characteristic of people in Texas. They all want to help, and this event really made that shine.
Sometimes it's unfortunate that it takes a tragedy to bring us together, but at the same time, it's in those moments that we see how amazing we can be together.
The first thing the doctors were like, were you in the tornado or were you in your truck when the tornado hit? And I told them, no, I was outside standing in the tornado. And they were like, no way. And I said, yeah, wait. By the time I said tornado, the thing sucked me out of the building, out of the door, and into the breezeway right there. But the people inside the store came out, man, it's a miracle you're alive. If you don't believe in miracles, look at me, I'm one.
Yeah, it was chaotic, it was sad, it was unbelievable. That was a horrible storm.
You look at the damage that happened that night, and to think no one died from this storm is truly incredible, and credit where credit is due. Meteorologist Jesse Hawila saved lives.
I don't know, as a weather guy, you never think of yourself as someone who's gonna save a life, but there were a lot of messages that said we did, and that's really a great feeling.